Now agenda. Give the call to the member for Jagga.
Oh, thank you, Speaker, and it is a real pleasure to see you back in your role. And it's a privilege for me to be back in this place as the member for Jagga. This is now my third opening of a parliament, and while I don't yet think I'm at the nostalgia stage, the ceremony and the first speeches of the past few days have certainly prompted some reflections for me. I have in particular been thinking about one of the things that was a huge prompt for me to first stand for Parliament, and that is the need for us to urgently tackle the climate crisis. When I first ran for Parliament, we were well into the decade of Liberal national climate denial. It was a time when Scott Morrison brought his lump of coal prompt into question time. And at that time, for me, and I think for many Australians, thinking about the need for climate action and the lack of it under successive Liberal national governments could make you tend towards despair. The denial of successive Liberal national governments meant we were drifting further and further away from the actions that needed to be taken. Now, in general, I am not someone who tends to lean into despair. I try to lean towards hope. And a lot of that hope for me was realised in our first term in government. Because as a government, we have been and we are working hard to recover the lost time and the lost opportunities, and we are making real progress. Labor is the party of climate action. We've legislated a 2030 emissions reduction target. We've locked in our commitment to net zero by 2050. We're investing heavily in clean energy projects. Since coming to office, we've approved a record number of clean energy projects, and we're now at a stage where we're powering homes across the nation. From 1 July, we launched our Cheaper Homes Batteries program, providing a 30% discount on battery systems. We're scaling up climate adaptation, investing in disaster preparedness, all of this work that I am pleased and looking forward to getting stuck into supporting in my role as the Special Envoy for Climate Change, Adaptation and Resilience. Speaker, I'm very aware that we're not all the way there yet. We must still push ahead with the ambitious action that allows us to land the clean economy future that this country deserves, the one that I want my kids and generations to come to benefit from. And there are still risks, and there are still deniers in the ranks. Most notably, there are deniers in the ranks opposite. Most recently, the member for New England, who's proposing the Liberal National Coalition abandon net zero. In his recent words, you have to find issues which are binary, where you are fully for and the Labor Party is fully against. I suppose, we've come to expect this type of attitude towards science and climate action from the member for New England. But I must admit I was slightly disappointed to see us being joined by the member for Riverina. I expected better from the member for Riverina, who I've always held to be quite a sensible person. The member for Maranoa seems like he might want in on the action as well. He's leaning in, I think, to suggesting that perhaps net zero needs to go. And the Leader of the Opposition has today refused to affirm her commitment to net zero. So once again, we're back in the situation where those opposite are either deniers or they're a climate rabble. Well, I say to the many Australians who I know are still deeply concerned about the need for climate action, who are urging our government to succeed in tackling this crisis, that we are up to the task, and we certainly won't be wasting this opportunity that this new parliament gives us to get on with this most crucial of jobs.